How's it going, guys? Jack Small of Animation Station back into you all again with yet again another video, and today we've been doing a lot of Super Saiyans lately. Let's do some Super Hedgehogs. Yep, I found both the 2.5-inch Jack Specific, Super Sonic, and Super Shadow. As always, we'll start with the packaging. Let's start with Sonic. Next time I will try to get that gold shell. And then here's Shadow. My first ever Shadow figure. Unfortunately, I've never owned any Shadow figures before until now. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera off, crack these guys open, and we'll look at them in more detail. So don't go away. Stay tuned. And here's our two Super Hedgehogs out of the packaging. And since we know why we're all really here, we'll do Sonic first. So we're going to sit Shadow back there, off camera. And let's start with Sonic, and he looks great. They got his eye color right. It's red. His clothes are up like spikes, the way he should be. The yellow does not mix with the tan, which is really good. I wish he wasn't posed, but I can make this work. The yellow looks really good. It looks better than it does on camera. On camera it looks a little faded, I know. Oh, there's a little bit of paint run on the muzzle, but that's a small inconvenience. And then turning him around, he does have his bike spines and his tail. And his shoes look great too, and they even put the treads on. So, yep, that's Sonic. So we'll set him up to the side, and look at Shadow. Shadow looks awesome, dude. I love this figure already. They got the red parts right on his spikes. The yellow is good because it's a different shade from Sonic's to make it look different, even though it's supposed to be more of a cream color, according to SA2. So, that's just one little flaw. They got the red eyeliner right there. Both sides. His eyes are red, the way they should be. They forgot to paint in his mouth on mine, but I think mine's just an outlier, so I won't really take points off for that. The chest fur looks great, and it is sculpted. The rest of his body is yellow, as it should be. He's got his inhibitor rings. He has the lines on his arms, which look good, and his legs as well. He's got his shoes. His shoes look great right out of the game, like 100%. And then he does also have his back spines and tail. And they did mold the bottom of his feet. Yes, the little circles in between the ring, like inside these rings, are supposed to be black, but that is a very, very minor little thing. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited to have this figure. Let's see if we can actually get him to stand. Okay, now that we have the Super Saiyan Hedgehogs, or Super Hedgehogs, whatever, out of their packaging, and we have done a look at them, get them to, let's just go to comparison time. They don't want to stand. Okay, here we are at comparison time, and first, of course, we have to start with Super Sonic and Normal Sonic. So, I have to have Normal Sonic hunched over, because he doesn't want to, this guy don't want to stand, so, but even if they weren't hunched over, I'd say they're probably about the same size. So let's move Sonic, get Shadow, and I'm just going to hold him in place. He looks about the same as same height as Sonic, which I think is accurate. I know that the 4-inch figure is shorter than the actual Sonic, so yep, I'd say that's pretty good. And then for a comparison of randomness, let's get out this random Mario. just this random McDonald's Mario. Ow. Come on, Shadow, cooperate with me here. 2 minutes. There we go. And if you're wondering how they scaled to that Mario, well, Mario's on a base, but he's definitely taller. Okay, now to go back to the bed, because I have to show you guys the articulation to the best of my ability. Apologies in advance for all the random stuff you see on my bed. There's 4 remotes and a pair of socks, so apologies for that. But time for articulation, and I'm going to try to use my foot to try and do this on camera. So we'll start with Sonic. Well, Super Sonic, excuse me. His head can go 360, no problem. His arms can go up, they can go down. They can go outwards a little bit, but not by much. Oh, there we go. Yes, they can. They can go outwards, you just gotta be careful. Don't force it. And obviously he won't have wrist articulation or a swivel. Well, I don't think. Let me check. Does he? No, he does not. That's for the 4-inch figure. And then for the feet, he can kick up that far. And then he can kick back. About that far. And if you're wondering if he can do the splits, yes, he can. Almost perfect splits. Alright, so that is Super Sonic. Now let's move on to Super Shadow. So, again, we'll start with this head articulation. I'll move this over a bit. So, the head articulation is going to be limited on this guy because of the way that they had to sculpt his spikes to be accurate. So you can only get left and right. Well, you can't even get right. You can only turn it left. You can't really... Yeah. You can get decent range going this way, but you get nothing going that way because of the way the arm's... Oh, wait. Move his arm out of the way. Okay, yep, no, because of the way his arm's sculpted, you can't do that. Then his arms can go up and down. They can swivel a bit. Can they go up? I don't think Shadow's arms can go up this time anyway. So that's a bit of a bummer. He has a little less articulation than Sonic. And then his foot can kick up about that high, which is actually pretty good. And then his foot can go back like that. So you can get running poses without a problem. And yes, he also should be able to do the splits. If I can get his leg to cooperate. Hold on. Or not. Okay. So the way it's molded, you can't do splits because of the way that leg is right there. It can't spin outwards. I don't think. Yeah, that's not moving. So he can't do full splits either. That's also a bit of a bummer, but that's still plenty articulation. How accurate are you gonna be posing your characters doing splits anyway? So, yep, that is the articulation for the Super Hedgehogs. Now let's move on to the final verdict. Alright, so, final verdict on these Super Hedgehogs. Love them. I think these are really cool figures for what they are. And since they only costed me about $4 a piece, they're actually pretty easy to get to. I'll give them individual final verdicts before I do overall. So let's do Sonic, Super Sonic first. I keep saying Sonic. Super Sonic is great. Aside from being posed with his one hand, literally pretty much everything else about this figure is perfect. He has great articulation. He stands mostly pretty well. You can get some pretty cool poses out of him. The sculpting's great. This is a great figure for only like $4 or $5. So final verdict for Super Sonic, I'm going to give him a 9. He is a 9 out of 10. He is a great, great figure. Then, Shadow. I still love this figure, but I am a little disappointed. He can't do full splits, his articulation is pretty limited, and they did forget to paint the teeth in mine. But again, that's probably just an outlier, so I won't be that harsh. But yeah, aside from that, it's a great sculpt. It's still Shadow, and he is awesome. As well as standing problems, but that's just because of the way they had to mold the feet for accuracy. So, I'd say Super Shadow is solid 8 out of 10. He's not as good as the Super Sonic, but I wouldn't call him an outright bad figure. And that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Now I'm going to go, I guess, do some figure battles with these guys against Super Saiyan Goku. So, thank you guys for watching. I'm Jackson Animation Station. See you guys next time. Peace.